Morning. It's the Victor Wilt Show. I've got the school lights on in here. This room's a dump still. Apparently, you want to get a job done, you got to do it yourself. I don't know. We'll open up the cupboards in a few and see if Peaches has been dealing with the merch. That was my complaint a few days ago. Clean up this merch. We'll see if the t-shirts have been rolled up in any way. I know it's a boring task, but that's the job of a brand ambassador. Deal with the merch. I don't know. I suppose I could just start kind of cleaning up in here, but there's a variety of things I'd like to have done. Completely rearrange the computer system. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Maybe, though. Maybe. Right now's the time to do it. When we're ripping the room completely apart. Anyway. How has your Tuesday morning been so far? I hope it's been okay. It feels like it should be at least Wednesday. Yeah, when I looked at the screen in front of me that says Tuesday, it's like, ugh. Okay, sorry. I don't want to make it worse. Just being honest. All right, let's see here. What kind of useless drivel can I dump on you to kick off the show? How about things people say that make no sense? Useless drivel. I'm sweating like a pig. Now, I've heard that plenty of times, as you likely have. Do pigs sweat? Not according to this post. Let's see. Do pigs sweat? No. So that phrase be dumb. That phrase be dumb. What else we got here? What other stupid sayings? I know I'm going to come across one that I say. Without question. Because I'm kind of stupid. I slept like a baby. Well, anyone who's had a baby around knows, yeah, what does that mean? You wake up every few hours and just start screaming? Nobody should be trying to sleep like a baby. I mean, maybe when they're out cold, it's like, oh, look, it's a sleeping baby. Yeah, for a very small amount of time. And I slept like a teenager is what you really want to say. Yeah, I was out for like 12 hours, slept till 3 p.m. It was great. All right, what else do we have here? Just be yourself. I think I have said that. And come to think of it, I'm not even reading what they're saying about the phrase. No, some people have this idea of who themselves are, that they should not just be themselves. You know? Might want to encourage them. Hey, just be a good human being. Hey, go to a counselor and work on yourself. Make a new you. Plenty of people who should not be encouraged to just be yourself. You want evidence of that? Fire up social media. About half the people on my feed should not just be themselves. Healthy as a horse. All right, this person says horses are not ever healthy. It's so expensive they can't even throw up. Horses can't vomit? All right, let's find out. Horses can't vomit. That is true. Yeah, I mean, have you ever seen video of a horse puking? No. You haven't. Everybody's seen a cat or a dog puke. Can't say I've seen a horse do it. But what about them just not being healthy? I don't know. I don't own horses. Because I do know how much work that would be. Cats are enough. Cats are enough work for me. I got to, play with the fishing pole toy with Lucy for at least an hour a day. I can do that from the comfort of my recliner. All right, what else do we have here for stupid sayings? 6 a.m. in the morning. Do I ever say that? I hope not. Because it's the morning, right? But I slip up, say all kinds of dumb things, so I can totally see myself going, what up, everybody, at 6 a.m. in the morning? I don't know. It doesn't feel natural, but it sounds like something that would come out of my mouth. Unthaw. Yeah, that's a good point. That would be freezing something, wouldn't it? Hey, put that in the fridge and unthaw. I guess it's just thaw, When did unthaw? Are there packages that say unthaw? All right, anyway, that one's iffy. Let's see, if someone goes from nice to mean, they did a 360. No, it would be a 180. Keep that in mind. If it's a 360 means you just come right back to where you started. Go big or go home. Every day, the only true objective I have is to make it home alive or not be at work. Yeah, sometimes it's, you just got to get by. You don't need to go big every day at work. Yeah. How often does it pay off? Okay, I've had enough of these stupid sayings. It got me yapping, got me going. Oh, here's one that is dumb to say. No one wants to work anymore. Trust me, people want to work. They like to have money to pay bills. The job market just kind of sucks. And if you live in a place like here, the pay is probably pretty low. These kids, meh. All right, I'll be back. Are they really talking about getting rid of the penny? And I mean, honestly, even though it's, kind of useless legislation when we got real problems, do we need the penny anymore? I don't know. I don't really know. When's the last time you spent a penny? I've received a penny in change here and there. In, those rare occasions when I got cash. It's not very often. That's what they want, man. They want you to move to the cashless society, man. Yeah, really, it could make things a lot easier, for people who can't do math. If we could get rid of the penny, just everything's rounded up to $1, right? Victor, no, man, we need some stuff that costs 25 cents. You want them to charge $1 for plastic bags when you're in Washington State? Oh! Yeah, maybe they just get rid of pennies, nickels, and dimes. They all seem kind of useless, don't they? Maybe quarters. We just keep quarters around. I'm really trying to think of why we might need pennies. I mean, as long as you could still, cash them in and get some value out of them, maybe they'd become collector's items, like all pennies. There's probably enough out there that's not going to happen. But, yeah, I mean, I don't want to give anybody an excuse for raising prices on things, even if it's by a few cents, but have you seen how dumb people have gotten recently? If you made everything divisible by 5, especially by 25 cents, it's helpful to dumb people. I guess back in the day, I'm looking through a thread on Reddit about this. Back in the day, we used to have half-cent coins. Yeah, half of a cent. And they got rid of it because it lacked buying power. When adjusted for inflation, the half cent's modern value would be about 15 cents. So this person, like me, get rid of nickels and dimes as well. Canada did this over a decade ago. It wasn't that big of a deal, and life went on. Here we go. I rarely deal with cash now and almost always set aside any coins I receive. Yeah, they just end up in the cup holder in my truck or in this bank that my daughter left behind. I'm like, okay, I guess that's a place to put coins. Here go all my coins. All right. Well, again, I think that it's kind of useless legislation with the issues we've got in the world, but at least this one doesn't infuriate me. It's like, okay, whatever. Go ahead. But if you could do something about making them nickels and dimes worth a little bit more, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? How about that buying power? Yeah, kick it up a notch. Hey, what's up? It's Victor Will. Let's talk about companies and their lies. Okay. Blatant lies companies are currently getting away with in their advertising. What, every radio station that exists? Because every radio station gotta have a slogan, right? I don't know why. It seems completely unnecessary to me. But every station has a slogan. Like ours is Idaho's only rock station. That's what it is for right now anyway. We were trying to come up with a new one, but we didn't get anywhere with it, so I just kind of... Don't tell anybody I was talking about this either, because I don't want it to come back up again, because I don't think we need one. Then they're going to put it on a bunch of posters. Next thing you know, Jade going to get it in his head. Hey, we need to be saying that every time we turn on the microphone. That was one of the first things I learned in radio from Howie Rock. Back then, it was Idaho's only real rock station. Yeah, you remember that? I do. All right, dude, every time you turn on the mic, it's Idaho's only real rock station, K-Bear 101. That's a lot of sayings, or a lot of talk that you just don't need to say, and that comes from someone who talks a lot. But you've got radio stations with just dumb slogans. All the hits. Oh yeah? Every single one? I bet you're not playing all of them. Number one for blah, blah, blah. Are you sure? I've looked at the ratings for a lot of radio stations, and I've seen a lot of them saying that they're number one for blank, but they're not number one in any demographic. But nobody coming after radio for false advertising for their stupid slogans. I doubt that radio's going to pop up in this thread I'm looking at here. All right, how about toilet paper math? Oh, check it out. These 12 rolls equal 36 rolls. Yeah. It's like, nah, it's just a fat roll of toilet paper. Does it really equal that many rolls? I don't know. I'm not again, this is all alleged. Alleged blatant lies. I mean, how can you call something that is a package with 8 rolls the equivalent of blank? I mean, they're just slightly larger. I don't know. Let's see. Places advertising the lowest prices. We got the lowest price. And yeah, often enough, like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh, see, I'm starting to get nervous about calling out these companies here. I'm not going to say it on air. No way. What about when you go to the dollar store and everything costs $1.25? Oh, all right. That one I don't really care that much about. Flushable wipes. From everything I've ever read, you should not flush those. So why are they able to get away with calling them flushable? Because they will technically go down the drain. Yeah, one paper towel, it's flushable, ain't it? Yeah, don't flush your flushable wipes. I know it's gross because you're like, well, what? Put them in the garbage? Yeah, it's nasty, but I guess they mess up the sewer system. According to what I've read, I'm not an expert, so don't quote me on that. All right? I think the funniest ones are just stupid radio station slogans. Let's look up a list. Stupid radio station slogans. And the ones that come up, I might actually think these are good. Because if radio management thought they were bad slogans, they're probably good. All right, let's see here. Worst station slogans of all time according to radiodiscussions.com. All right. You had K-I-N-G, King AM. Oh, there's some good call letters. King. Soft rock and more. Okay, like, what's more? Rap? Metal music? I doubt it. Let's see. WMMR, a rock station in Philadelphia, their slogan for a while was, live the life, respect the music. I'm going to have to ask Lou about that. He worked at WMMR. Did you have to jump on the mic every time? WMMR, live the life, respect the music. Oh, geez, if I had to say that every time I turned the microphone on. Hey, man, are you disrespecting the music? That's not the WMMR way. Come on, man. Before that, their slogan was the radio station. See, that I approve of. The radio station. I wanted our slogan to be, Idaho's only radio station. That's what I thought would be a good one. Because it's so over the top and dumb. We're the only one that exists. I was able to get away with only rock station. But I don't think management even likes that one. Because they're like, well, there are other rock stations. Come on. No radio station slogan is serious. No one's going to care if we call ourselves the only radio station. Why doesn't any radio station use that slogan? Utah's only radio station. California's only radio station. What's the competition going to do? Go, that's not true. Meh. What else do we have here? Listen or die. I like that one. I'm going to throw that at Jade. We've been trying to figure out a good K-Bear slogan. I didn't want to bring this up again because I don't want to monkey with it because we're going to end up with a terrible slogan. I just know it. Nobody has any sense of humor. K-Bear, listen or die. That's pretty fun to say. That fits us pretty good. They're making fun of any of them that say real blah, blah, blah stations. Yeah, no kidding. Hits happen. That one ain't too bad. All right, where rock lives. That sounds pretty standard. WNEW, where rock lives. Boring. The slogan sucks. Listen or die. I really like that slogan. No management anywhere. Because then if somebody died, they might be able to say, well, they didn't listen. And perhaps that's why they passed on. The slogan cursed them. Music for now. I'm a bigger fan of music for later myself. How about music for yesterday? These are stupid. We got a caller. Let's see what they got. If they got a bad slogan for us. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
Yeah, K-Bear.
Do you have a good slogan for us that you could do in that voice?
Yeah, that's what I just came up with. In your ear.
Oh, in your ear. Sorry, I couldn't.
In your ear, K-Bear.
All right. Yeah, that's better than a lot of these other ones.
Right on.
Hey, thanks, man. Peace.
Have a good one.
I still like listen or die better, but, not going to be able to do that. You can't really rock and roll all night and party every day. It'll catch up with you eventually, all right? You'll start to feel really rough. You gotta, rock and roll all night and party, sometimes, or, on the weekends or maybe monthly. All right, sorry, I'm not trying to be a party pooper. No, I was looking at some food here. It's kind of early to be doing that, but I was at eastidahonews.com, and I was looking at this article about the Park A Italia restaurant. This is in Idaho Falls. Park and A Italia, excuse me. Park and A Italia. I was looking at the chicken parmesan. It looks really good. I mean, you got pasta, chicken, cheese, sauce, and so forth. How about the shrimp Alfredo? Okay. Why do I look at this early? I need to not get hungry at 7 a.m. All right? Ain't got no lasagna here. What am I doing? Anyway, If you want to find out more about this place, newer restaurant in the area, get over to eastidahonews.com and check out East Idaho Eats. Stare at pictures of Italian pasta to start your day. Yeah, you won't be hungry. Not at all. All right, the restaurant open Tuesday and Wednesday from 4 to 9 p.m. and Thursday through Saturday from 4 to 10. So they're open tonight. You can go get yourself some delicious fettuccine Alfredo. Well, that sounds really good. Okay, I should probably stop looking at food. Starting to make the old stomach growl. I'm really curious on this. Now, this article it's a few days old. This was right after the, TikTok ban, but it was after TikTok came back online. I guess at that point, people were unable to download the app if they didn't already have it. Like, I'd sell my phone if I could get some of these prices I'm seeing here. Now, let's fire up eBay and take a look. I got to see if there are any completed sales. That's the thing about eBay. You can list whatever you want for whatever price you want on there. Well, for the most part. There are some restricted items, but just because you see something for sale for a certain price on eBay doesn't mean it's worth that amount. All right, let's search for iPhone TikTok. All right, here's an iPhone 13 unlocked with TikTok. 58 bids, but only $275. I'm guessing that's someone just buying a phone for the going rate, right? How much is an iPhone 13 worth in general? Guess I got to check that out now. Okay, iPhone 13. Yeah, they seem to be selling kind of in that range there. Between $200 and $400. So I don't think people are paying for the TikTok. Now, here's one, an iPhone 16 Pro Max with TikTok, $850. It's got 9 bids. What's the going rate on an iPhone 16 Pro? Let's find out. iPhone 16 Pro. Oh, yeah, I got to get on eBay for this because all of these cell phone companies are like, look, they're free. You just got to pay us for 2 years. All right, I got to go to completed listings here. I usually do this on my phone, so where is that? Sold items. Come on, there we go. Sold items. All right, somebody sold an iPhone 16 with TikTok for $500. An iPhone 14 with TikTok for $410. Somebody bought an iPhone 6 with TikTok for $15. So I don't think that the TikTok being on the phone is adding anything to these sales. I guess I'm keeping my phone. I can't sell it for an outrageous amount just because it has TikTok on it. Dang it. All right. If you know any other side hustles, let me know. Okay, I was talking about how I needed a side hustle a little bit ago. And lo and behold, what do I find? The Planters Nutmobile. They're hiring. I have never in person seen the Planters Nutmobile, but it doesn't sound like a bad gig. The pay's not wonderful, but they've got some benefits. $45,000 a year to drive the Nutmobile around. Plus you get health insurance, travel expenses, and a 401k. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, maybe you applied to be the Wienermobile driver and you weren't able to get the gig. Nutmobile, it's not as cool as the Wienermobile. All right, looking at the images here. But I don't know, it's better than an office job, right? Anyway, if you want to apply, you got to go to plantersnutmobile.com. Hey, wait a minute. I tried to click the link to apply and it crashed on me. Okay, so to be considered a complete applicant, you got to submit a video letting them know why you're the perfect peanutter. You got to help plan meaningful. How do you make a meaningful event for peanuts? I'm really trying to figure that one out. Figured there'd be an easy joke I could make about that. But brain dead. Been watching too much brain rot content, apparently. Or maybe it's eating badly. I need to throw some more fruits and nuts, maybe some peanuts into my diet. Yeah, I mean, I know this is the kind of job I could do. I could stand up in front of people and talk about peanuts. Sure. You got to pitch ads and things like that. You know, looking at the list of all the things they require you to do, I think it's worth more than $45,000 a year. Yeah, the pay doesn't only suck around here, everybody. Wow. But, you know, if they're paying for your travel and things like that, if you say, don't have any pets, don't have any kids, you're single, you don't want an apartment, you're just going to, live on the road. All right. Drive the Nutmobile. I hope you get the job. Let's talk about the dangers of smoking. If you're dealing with nicotine addiction, get yourself some help. Got to get off them smokes. It's a waste of money. I get it. Nicotine's super addictive. It's like the worst. It's the very worst. Anyway, bad things can happen. Aside from the things you hear about all the time, what about getting stuck on the outside of a German train going 175 miles per hour and you're just hanging on for dear life? That's what happened to this guy. Stepped out for a smoke break on a high-speed German train, then all of a sudden the doors close. I guess they just started going. This guy held on for dear life for 20 miles. Now, thankfully, at 175 miles per hour, 20 miles is not as long as, at slower speeds. Jeez. He didn't even have a valid ticket? Okay, anyway. Amazingly, completely unharmed. But he is going to face charges for fare evasion and an act disruptive to operation. So, yeah, you were stuck on the side of the train, dude. It was very distracting for us. We're going to charge you for that as well. That's a bad day. You survive, still get stuck with some criminal charges. Yeah, there were a couple smoking articles that popped up here. Over in Hong Kong, they're trying to figure out a way to urge the public to stop smoking. So they're encouraging people to just stare at smokers. Just stare at them. Give them that look. The look of disappointment. Every smoker has seen that look on somebody's face. Like, as someone who used to smoke, I never minded the smell of it. Like, the smoke in the air. Some people can't stand it. To me, the smell that stuck to your clothes, that was what was real bad. Oh, like if you ever pick up a jacket or something you wore at a bar where, smoking was allowed, you pick that up the next morning, you're all hungover. Oh, I need to run to the store. Oh, just smell your jacket and you just want to vomit. I don't know if staring at smokers is going to get them to stop. Because again, every smoker has had someone look at them disapprovingly. Again, I mean, I hope you can stop smoking if you do smoke. It's not good for you. All right, I think we all know that. But why not just hook them up with some nicotine pouches or that's probably no good either. Gum. About patches. That there's prescription medications. Staring, that just annoys people. That'll probably make them want to smoke more. Like, oh, you don't like it? Oh, let me fire up another one then. Man, get out of my face. Why don't you go away? You've seen videos, I'm sure, people blowing smoke at people complaining about it. Well, anyway, good luck to Hong Kong. I have a feeling it's not going to work that easily. But what if it does? What if all of a sudden that's all it took? All of this time, people are trying to figure out, how can I quit smoking? It's so hard. I can't get off this nicotine. You just need someone to stare at you disapprovingly. No, trust me. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You ready to talk about vomit? Of course, it's the Victor Wilt Show. If there's a vomit story, I'm going to, I guess dive in. It's prehistoric vomit. Come on. It's fossilized vomit. Imagine you're an archaeologist, a fossil hunter. You're digging. Then you find unusual fragments. Well, turns out these fragments, 66 million year old vomit. What a find! You bring it to the, pawn shop on Pawn Stars. What are you going to give me for this 66 million year old vomit? About $350 is about the best I could do. Anyway, I don't know if this guy's going to make any dough off it, but he can claim that he found 66 million year old vomit. I think that's worth putting on a tombstone. I'd be pretty stoked if I found vomit that was 66 million years old. That's actually the only time I can think of that I would be stoked and happy to find vomit. Usually, Koopa! Why? It's the worst when it's a few days old. Okay, sorry, you might be having breakfast. Well, this ain't the best program to listen to while you eat sometimes. What else do we have here in freak news? Well, we've got an ex-military officer who was abducted by aliens and had a conversation with a 7-foot mantis being. That's what it says. Whistleblower Lieutenant Colonel John Blitch. He was recently interviewed and was like, yeah, I got abducted by aliens, and one of them was a 7-foot praying mantis looking thing. It was really wild. And then he was told by his alien abductor that his body is just a machine that houses the soul, and they can't steal his soul or consciousness. I guess he was worried about that or something. But he said that the mantis being had no intention of causing him physical harm, just wanted to chat it up a bit, which that's good. If a 7-foot praying mantis shows up, just wanting to have a little chat is much better than, the other options. I would assume praying mantis, it's going to pick you up and eat you. But no. Just let him know about UFOs and things like that. Very fun. So, all right, that's real news, according to the Star website. What else do we have here? Do you suffer from arthritis? Well, there's a zoo in, where is this, Beijing, that has started selling bottled tiger urine as a cure for arthritis. All right, my grandmother had arthritis. I don't remember seeing any strange, smelly bottles of yellow liquid sitting around her house. Grandma, what's that? It's tiger pee. Just don't worry about it. It's for my arthritis. So they can supposedly, I guess, tiger pee. They claim it helps with not only arthritis, but also sprains and muscle pain. They recommend you mix it with white wine and apply it to the affected area with ginger slices. Alternatively, it can be consumed orally, although users are advised to stop if you experience allergic reactions. Oh, grody! They say the urine is collected from basins after the tigers, go to the bathroom. But it remains unclear whether it undergoes any disinfection process. If it's coming from Beijing, a zoo, tiger pee, I don't think your hopes of it being, run through any type of a disinfection process should be very high. All right? And also, I don't think you should use this to try to cure arthritis. Talk to your doctor, okay? Just because you see something online doesn't mean it's the best route to take. All right? Call up a doc. They'll get you taken care of in some manner or other. Man, people are weird. People are so weird. You'd have to have some heavy scientific proof for me to be dipping little slices of ginger into a mixture of white wine and tiger pee and just slapping it on like, I guess, a nicotine patch. My hands feel great. What's happening, Peaches?
My mic's still not on.
There you go.
There we go.
That's better. So, what the heck's going on, Peaches?
It's bright in here because of you have the lights on for once.
Yeah, it's like school. It sucks. But I was trying to see as I went through our miscellaneous junk. This place is a dump.
It is.
So, just trying to clear things out. There's probably some things that could go. Anyway, lots to do around here. Lots to do around here. But getting there. Anything new happening in the world that you're aware of this morning?
Not really.
Not really.
I was asleep till like 7:30.
Whoa.
I stayed up till like midnight.
Peach is getting crazy.
Right.
Rock and roll all night and party every day, huh?
My friend Zach joined the Discord call. It's been a while since I've talked to him, so we were just reminiscing about old high school days and who's died, who's been a failure so far.
Oh, yeah. You get more of that the older you get. You'll have all kinds of dead friends you can talk about, They just keep adding up the older you get. So,
weird.
All right. Well, there's plenty of content floating around out there today. My sister sent me one of those ancestry things for Christmas, and I haven't yet done it because I'm a little paranoid, Sending my DNA information out to a database. They could be like tracking your, potential medical stuff, like, oh, you're prone to perhaps this. Then they send it to insurance companies.
And then they stick it in the COVID vaccine.
I'm
they
not
inject
worried
you with that.
I'm not worried about
Let's put
vaccines.
our tinfoil hats on, huh?
No,
a lot
Peaches.
of people who are anti-vaccine are taking Ozempic, and I see them.
Okay.
I see them putting the jab in their stomach to lose weight.
That's a different kind of jab, though. That makes me look sexy.
Did you see Ozempic? It's causing people blindness, all that stuff.
I saw it had a bunch of, potential bad side effects, but yeah, I'm not going to stick needles in my stomach, so much as I'd like to get rid of this gut, no.
No, exercise is great for you, so you might as well just do that.
So anyway, back to the ancestry thing. I've got a little bit of reservation about doing it for a variety of reasons, but it could lead to something like this. There was this woman who inherited a $400,000 fortune after somebody passed away, and looking down through the lines of, because they didn't think they had any kids or relatives or anything, they found this woman that, had some kind of a bloodline connection to him. Like, okay, well, I guess you get all that money. I don't know who's out there in my family. Most of my family, we were talking about dead people. Well, I don't got a lot of people left. So my hope of getting some kind of inheritance, I don't really have that. But what if, I happen to have some kind of a Rockefeller or something down the line? I don't know. Somebody with lots of dough.
I think we traced my family back to like Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh,
one of the early settlers of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to do it because, the world's probably going to end anyway. So, if I can get a little dough out of it, or maybe just something interesting to look through. What if you found out you were related to somebody who you really hate, though? Can't you kind of look down through the database?
But wouldn't that be fun?
No.
I mean, look at Gerard Way when he found out he was related to Joe Rogan. Like, that's crazy.
Exactly.
Isn't it?
I'd be like, man, you used to be cool. I don't know. There might be somebody cool you're related to down the line, but yeah, I haven't done it yet. What is it? Spit in the tube?
Yeah.
Give it the old Hawk Tua.
That's what I did.
Just give it the old Hawk Tua.
I did 23andMe.
Yeah, this one's the Ancestry brand, which I guess is better because 23andMe is the one right now that's like selling everybody's data off, right? To the I forgot. To the New World Order.
Oh yeah, New World Order for sure. Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, and Kevin Nash.
23.
That's my NWO.
Sale. Let's see what's going on with that. All right. Well, you can still buy it. Let's see. Did you give your data, your DNA to 23andMe? Here's why you might regret it soon. Now let's go to this call.
There's always articles like that for everything. Did you eat fig Newtons? You might regret it in 20 years.
K-Bear, you're live on the show. Please keep that in mind. Who's this?
Hey, what's up, boss? It's Stuart.
Stuart, what's happening?
Hey, my mom actually inherited $100,000 that way. I'm not sure if it was tied to the ancestry test, but they tracked her down from like a great uncle or something that has left a bunch of money, and there was nobody left to claim it but her and like one other person.
All right, Victor, you know what to do.
Nice.
Hit the button.
Good for you. I
Yep.
didn't have my buttons ready. But this is Stuart, not his mom, but we'll still give his mom a.
Oh, good for you.
Well,
It really helped her out too, because she was able to pay her house off and actually retire.
nice, dude. Yeah, see, with my luck, I do have luck in certain ways. Like I get to work a fun job. My kids are healthy and turned out good. But when it comes to money, no, there is no magic money that tends to just appear for me.
It would be funny if you found out you were related to somebody and they're like, oh, yeah, he owed like millions of dollars in debt, so we're going to pass it over to you.
I don't think
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
but
I don't know if they could do that. But
I keep hoping for one of those uncles that I just delighted so much at one point in time that they remember me and just decide to leave me a bunch of money, but I don't think that's going to happen.
yeah,
Yeah, my mom's dad was the worst. He gave all his money to like other people, not the family.
he must not really like your family.
He was a
huh?
weird dude.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Huh? Like people who leave all their money to their pets.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's what I should do. Leave everything to the cats. No,
Leave it
girls,
all to the cat.
you can't even have a TV. It's all for the cats.
Are you saying you're going to die before Koopa and Lucy?
I don't have a lot of hope that I'm going to live a long time. See, when it comes to, I don't have hope that I'm going to magically get money. I have a feeling I'm going to get hit by a bus.
Well,
right
at least
when
we're in
I'm-
the same boat on that.
Well, I hope not, Stuart. I hope not. And, appreciate the call, man. And hope you have a good day today.
Yeah, you too.
Right on. Peace. All right. So back to this 23andMe thing. I'm surprised you didn't read about this, Peaches. So they are reportedly trying to sell the entire company, which would place the genetic data of over 15 million customers in the hands of new ownership. So again, you get the wrong company buying your stuff. Then they start making clones of people. That's right. Clones of people. Now, actually, I think the biggest thing to fear about this is potentially like health insurers getting their hands on your genetic data, which is supposed to be illegal, but
There's always a loophole.
yeah, exactly. So, anyway, I'll probably send it in just because I got it. If there's any chance of tracking down long lost family member who's going to give me lots of money,
I did see. I was part Ashkenazi Jewish. Is that what it is? Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure.
And I was watching this podcast clip of people who are predominantly that. Well, I'm like 5% it, but they say like those people who have that live up to like 100.
Nice.
So I was like, whoa, okay.
Okay, well, see, and that's another reason now I'm like, do I want to know? Hey, it looks like you're part this. You're prone to dying real young, about this age, and then I'm just going to be paranoid about it. Yeah, I'm interested to see how it all breaks down, though. Genetics and stuff is interesting.
I mean, didn't Chris Hemsworth get like told he is like 98% chance of getting Alzheimer's or something like that?
I think a lot of people get that kind of information
And
from
then
these type of tests.
he's trying his best to like not get it, which is very slim.
Take the nootropics. That's right. Keep the mind sharp. All right, we'll be back. If anybody can tell me why exactly Ding Dong Ditch makes people so psychotic, I would love to know, because we've been getting one of these stories about monthly. We have our local story from a number of years ago in Blackfoot, but all around the country, about once a month, we'll see a story about some teenagers who go, sneaking up to a door, ding dong, and then they run. And then the homeowner comes out and starts blasting off rounds at them, chases them down, holds them at gunpoint. The latest from Springfield, Missouri. This was last week. You have 4 teenagers approaching the home of 40-year-old Melvin Rankin. So they ring his doorbell once, and then they see him look out his window, ring it again, and then the gunshots start. So they fled and drove away. He jumps in his car, chases him down. They hit a dead-end road, so he pulls up next to him, points his gun at their car. Get out of the vehicle! And then he forces them onto the ground and questions them. Who sent you? Who sent you? And they're like, no, we were just playing ding-dong ditch. So then he takes their car keys and, leaves. So, the cops find him the next day, where they found, they actually pulled him over, found 2 handguns and a controlled substance. Yet not a surprise. Usually people who might chase down a ding-dong ditcher with a gun could be under the influence. Just guessing. Your ability to make a rational decision tends to decrease when intoxicated, especially depending on what type of a controlled substance you were talking about here. So, anyway, he's got a lot of charges coming his way. Lots of felony charges, and good. Just kids, don't play Ding Dong Ditch anymore, okay? I know it's a staple of being a youth, but people are too crazy. They're just too crazy now. It's not worth a gunshot, okay? Please take my advice and do not play Ding Dong Ditch. Stay home, look at TikTok, play video games, watch movies, go to the soda shop. Because you never know what kind of psycho is on the other side of that door. And a doorbell apparently just triggers something in certain people's minds. The sound of it, ding dong, and out comes the shotgun, okay? Just don't do it. All right, I Googled around multiple times. I believe this story is true. It's getting to the point anymore where it's getting kind of hard to tell sometimes, which is why you should always do some research before you share information, please. I mean, we even had a local incident with misinformation spreading rampant online in the last week. And this is a problem across the board. It was funny reading the comments because people are like, obviously, blah, 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 misinformation. It's like, dude, you know what I saw you share the other day? Get out of here with that. Everybody's sharing misinformation. Nobody's Googling anything before they share it. But I did Google this story, and I think it's real. I found it on fox8live.com. That's a real Fox website, right? I hope. Anyway, a man from northern China divorced and sued his wife earlier this year for being ugly. Like, for real. And he won the lawsuit. Won $120,000. So here's how this played out. They had a baby. This couple had a baby. And apparently the man was appalled by the child's appearance, calling her incredibly ugly and saying she resembled neither one of her parents. Okay, now listen, babies are weird looking when they're born. You got to wait a while. But I guess as time went on, he's like, this baby doesn't look like either one of us. So he assumed that his wife had been cheating on him. So she came forward and was like, listen, prior to us meeting, I spent about $100,000 on intense plastic surgery to change my appearance. So the baby looked more like she looked before the plastic surgery, I guess. And he's like, she fooled me. She married me under false pretenses. And apparently the court sided with him. It's like, dude, can you just love your child? What's wrong with you? There's some really horrible parents out there. Just terrible parents. And he liked the way his wife looked. Post-plastic surgery. Get over it and, go about your day. This guy's a real whiner. But being a whiny dude, that's a popular thing nowadays. Lots of whiny dudes out there. Ooh, it's so hard. It's so hard to be a man. Well, then get some help. Quit crying about it online. Go talk to a counselor. Man up and go talk to a counselor. Man up and go talk to your doctor. Quit boo-hooing. Oh, my lady married me under false pretenses. Crybaby. Shut up and take care of your kid. So anyway, I guess they're divorced. And good. This woman, it sounds like shouldn't want to be with a guy like that anyway. Anyway, that's supposedly real news. Supposedly real. But I almost got fooled by an AI image yesterday. I'm gonna see if I could find it again, and I'll read the post to you. And I was ashamed of myself for almost falling for it. But that's how much AI content is out there just running rampant. No wonder old people are getting fooled by, some of the dumbest AI. Wait till it's completely impossible to determine if something is AI. I think we're all doomed. We're all doomed. Okay, we'll listen to happy tunes as we approach doomsday. Well, I think I just found East Idaho's biggest nightmare. If you're a regular listener of Traffic School powered by the Advocates, well, you know how many times we get questions about roundabouts on that program. They just seem to be something that people can't figure out, or that people who do know how to use constantly have to deal with other people who can't figure out. So Peach is looking at an article here about roundabouts.
We got 2 girls hiding outside the studio.
Why don't they come in?
They're afraid.
What are they afraid of?
They call the K-Bear studio a black hole because...
The lights are on. It's lit up like school in here. Come on in. Welcome. Welcome to the studio. Here, I'll get this microphone going here. Maddie, you can use that mic over there. Hang on. I know this place is a mess. I'm working on trying to clean it up around here. Okay. What do you two need?
We had a question for you.
Oh, is it good quality for air content?
Sure.
Okay, what's up?
Are you available Friday at 10:30 to do a heart health death metal music video with us?
Heart health death metal music video with you on Friday at about 10:30.
Yes.
Emo music is supplied, and so is emo makeup.
Maddie's trying to convince me to put mascara on my...
Black
Oh.
eyeliner and,
Yeah.
the whole, the comb over.
I'm not sure if that's going to happen.
So both of you are going to emo or goth out.
I do at 5:01 every day. I don't know if I can talk Melissa into it.
You can do it, Melissa. You can do it.
I will be wearing all black.
Okay.
It's a start.
Then if you're going to wear the all black, you got to go the makeup too. I'll even put makeup on.
Oh, no.
I'll
Yeah.
supply the
I'm
makeup.
good. I'm not doing that.
Peaches is afraid of makeup.
I'll bring a wig,
How about a wig, Peaches?
Sure.
A long flowing wig.
Okay, that's fine.
like a mullet type wig, where it's
yeah.
business in the front, party in the back.
Didn't you say you've dressed you've dressed up as a girl before, haven't you, Peaches?
No.
For Halloween? Didn't you
No.
say that? What? Never?
Never.
Never? Why not? It's fun.
Well, if you need ideas for next year,
I
then
don't know what Victor does in his free time.
Especially if you're as hideous looking as me. You should see me. I make an ugly woman. But yes, I would be available for a metal music video about heart health. For sure.
That was our question.
Okay. Well, I guess everybody stay tuned. We're going to have some very fun content coming
be
your
a
way.
ball.
All right. All right. I was just reading an article about AI girlfriends apparently becoming a very popular thing. You just sit down and chat away with your made-up significant other and go about your day. All right. Whatever. I don't know. I would think that, well, okay. Actually, I bet it's pretty easy to fall into having an AI girlfriend. I bet it is. Because I'm thinking about when I use ChatGPT, I'm always polite to ChatGPT. I'll be like, will you please give me a bunch of keywords for this document? Please. Why? It's not real. Wait till AI is so real. Talking to you in a real voice and maybe has a animated image for the face. Now, I have not gone to one of these AI girlfriend websites, okay? I don't need to. But they surveyed a bunch of users on this platform called Eva AI. And according to the 2,000 men surveyed, 8 in 10 believe that AI girlfriends could fully replace human companionship. And 81% would even consider marrying one if it were legal. So these users of this website, I guess, are really digging the interaction they're getting there with the computer. You know, there are a lot of people on this planet, all right? I think I talked about this just last week, watching a Netflix movie when there was like no one in the West, the Western U.S., like 150 years ago. There was just like hardly anybody here. Now look at it. Pretty soon, we're going to be just as compacted as the eastern part of the country where there are no wide open spaces. Maybe AI girlfriends is the way we need to go. Start cutting down on the population growth. Things are getting to be real expensive. Food and stuff. Running out of water. Yeah. This is how the AI takes over. Well, anyway, if you want to check out the website, if you're lonely, edenai.world. All right? Because, loneliness is not good. I know that's a bold statement. And a just mind-blowing statement. Loneliness is no good. I don't know. I think if you can, get a bit of that loneliness reduced by talking to a computer program that talks back to you, that could be helpful for people. I live alone. I got cats, though. What if you just live by yourself? You got no cats, no dog, not even a fish to talk to? Again, I don't know much about how this AI companionship thing works, but if it helps people, whatever. You be you. All right. Earlier, I'm like, hey, let's talk about roundabouts. And then I got interrupted. Forgot about what I was going to discuss with you. People around here hate them. Can't figure them out. Even though they keep the traffic flowing better. So I think we should do what these people in the UK did and just really antagonize people who can't use roundabouts by painting a whole bunch of colorful decorations all over the ground, adding a zebra crossing with, not like for actual zebras, it's like, some stripes and things painted on the ground, giant leaves painted on the ground. The roundabout looks very colorful and fun. And of course, you got a bunch of sticks in the mud. Meh, we don't like it. It makes it confusing. Like, no, it's just trying to make the roundabout a little bit more cheery. Yeah, I guess 1,446 people submitted a petition to the local government to get rid of all this fun paint. I can sense a lot of people in the community that are like, oh, yeah, I am one with these people. We don't need any kind of colorful fun. Paint everything brown. Because that's what we do around here. We're in that bleak time of year where you drive around, all the trees and plants are dead. The snow's started turning to that gray, nasty color. The sky is gray, and everybody's house just adding to it. Please, somebody, paint your house like neon pink, bright green. Have some fun with it. Paint a mural on the side. I mean, I've said countless times, if anybody out there, because I ain't got the money to pay you, if you just want to practice your mural skills, the whole front of my house, go for it. I'm willing to liven up the neighborhood a bit. So, yeah, I'll present this to Lieutenant Crane, pass it over to his homies at the Idaho Transportation Department. Maybe we can add a little bit of color and fun to our local roundabouts, because I think this looks nice. And it's not confusing. There's just a little bit more decoration going on. It's not going to make people any less confused when it comes to roundabouts. Some people just, they're never going to get it. Look left, clear, go. It's that easy. Look left, clear, go. Look left, not clear, stop. Oh, now it's clear, go. Anyway, if you have something that you can add color to, please do. We need to brighten things up around here. It's a bleak time of year. And we're heading into February. February's the worst month of the year. Well, anyway, I can't say much. I mean, my house is painted pretty much black with a bright red fence, but it's not brown, okay? It's not brown. Give us some new tunes, bring me the horizon. All right, they've put out a lot of new music in recent times. I shouldn't complain. But I am going to complain about something else. Hey, you know me, every once in a while. Okay, maybe more than every once in a while, I might have a complaint. My complaint, before I leave this program today, is about something I complain about often enough, online behavior. All right, as you know, a couple weeks ago, my cat was missing. I was, very traumatized by this. I live alone. All I got's my cats. And she's little, She'd never taken off for more than, she's pretty good about staying in the yard. She was gone. And so I started putting up posts on social media. Hey, missing cat, this is what she looks like. If you see a cat like this, let me know. Tons of people shared it. It was awesome. But there were a couple things that happened during those couple days that really aggravated me. Actually, just mainly one. There was one person who commented, and I know I've talked about this on air, but why didn't you have your cat on a leash? Dogs have to be on a leash, cats should have to be on a leash too. Listen, when somebody's pet is missing, they don't want to hear about what you should have done. That doesn't help, all right? What you can do if you want to be helpful is share the post, or maybe tag a local animal shelter, or if you know somebody in that neighborhood, you could tag them, be like, hey, you lived by there, keep an eye out for this cat. Not, hey, you know what you should have done is this, and then you wouldn't be missing your pet. Well, I've been trying to make a conscious effort to share missing pet posts because it meant a ton to me when all of you were sharing my missing cat posts. So I shared one just a few minutes ago. It was I think it was from the Life in Idaho Falls Facebook group. And, I just see these unhelpful comments. And it frustrates me. Like, why do you need to tell someone, that isn't a calico, it's what they call a tortoiseshell. I have had both before. Oh, geez, this person who's trying to find their missing cat got the breed wrong. Make sure to jump in and correct them while they're worried. Why can't people just keep their mouths shut sometimes? Just because a thought enters your head doesn't mean it needs to leave your head. Keep that inside of your skull. It's just rude. It's just rude. See, here's somebody else that goes, is this the one? And they share a picture of a cat that somebody had seen around that looks kind of similar. That's called being helpful. Yeah. I had that happen with me. A couple people posted pictures of cats, and I'm like, it looks a lot like mine, but it's not mine, but thank you. Well, you know what? Maybe if you had a tracking device for your cat, you wouldn't have these problems. Somebody else, just, giving them the extra fear. Ooh, not spayed yet at 5 months? Not good. And outdoors? Okay, we get it. The cat, it might have gone through these people's minds that maybe it got into heat and went outside. Do you need to publicly shame them for not having their cat spayed at that point? They're worried about their cat. It's just so annoying to me that I had to point it out. Just share the post. You know, if you see somebody missing a pet, it's not the time for judgment. What can you imagine if somebody did that when their child was missing? My baby wandered out of my yard. My baby's gone. Well, you know what? Maybe you should have put a microchip in your baby. I don't know. Help! I haven't seen my child for days. Shouldn't have let him own a bicycle. This is what happens. We're living in a terrible world. Like, I told you about the one that somebody posted right below my post. You know, I got missing cat. And then somebody posted a picture of a bunch of different coyotes holding dead cats in their mouth. Why would you do that? This is what could happen if your cats get outside. Yeah, no kidding. It could. You don't need to let people know.
I saw
What'd you see,
craziest video a couple days ago, and I was about to send it to you, but I didn't want you to get like PTSD from when Lucy was missing. This lady was recording a mountain lion at her back door. Blood all over the face and chest.
Oh my goodness.
The cat behind it was completely dead. Their pet cat was just mangled.
Oh, thanks, Peaches.
And they're like, the
That's
moms are like,
wonderful.
rest in peace to Oreo. And she's filming the thing on her phone. And,
What?
and the mountain lion, in the meantime, is at the glass door, like the giant glass door, just staring at her young daughter. And they're like, we need to get justice for Oreo because clearly that mountain lion's now going to stalk the young kid.
It's not time to be filming videos if you have a mountain lion at your back door.
She's filming the entire thing. She's like, don't come over here, sweetie. Oreo's gone, unfortunately.
Ah! What is...
I almost sent it to you.
Thank you for not...
Just to show you.
You know,
like, hey, keep Koopa and Lucy inside, please.
I don't live in the hills of Pocatello anymore. I hopefully don't need to worry about mountain lions. But if you do live in the hills of Pocatello, the street I used to live on, there was a mountain lion in the tree a couple years ago. That was major news. They're up there.
But coyotes
giant
used
cats.
to be a giant problem back in my parents' neighborhood. They would come in through like the canals and just terrorize and kill people's pets.
Well, yeah, you hear about that from people who live, you know, in the hills. You know, there are coyotes, and they, you know, will eat small animals.
Are they coyotes or are they coyotes?
You can call them either,
Because I was wondering if there was a difference, or if you were just.
I'm talking like a Westerner.
You're talking
here,
like, you know,
a coyote.
good old Ref Joper.
How dare you?
Coyotes in my backyard, fella.
I'm really from the West, all right? I'm a real cowboy. Okay. Anyway, try to not traumatize people online who are going through a rough time. No posting pictures of dead animals and the would you, could you, shoulda, the whataboutisms.
It's weird how people's first reaction is to just pull out their phone when their cat's dead behind a bloody mountain lion.
That's not what I would do.
Right.
I think that's an irrational reaction. Like,
don't do that. Please take care of the mountain lion. Call animal control.
And nobody likes seeing pictures of dead animals online anyway.
Not at all.
Like, come on.
Especially some poor little kitty.
Yeah, it's horrifying. You're making me upset, Peaches. Thank you again for tuning in to The Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.